This is a tiny drone. I mean, a properly tiny drone. It's like something from Batteries Not Included. And despite looking like a toy, this Firefly Nano 1S from Flywoo is packed with all the same type of components you'd have on a 5-inch quad, but at a fraction of the size and cost. And as its name suggests, it's powered by a small 1S battery like this. And if you choose the right battery, you'll get about 10 minutes flying time. Plus, it's super quiet and sounds, well, just like a mosquito buzzing around. Hello and welcome to the Whirly Bloke channel. This is YouTube, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit the bell for more videos like this. The Flywoo have always had a great range of micro drones and whoops, as well as larger mini quads and some long range. But they're definitely very strong in this tiny bind and fly drone market. And at around $120, this looks great value for money. And they've got a huge range of options, and if you check out their website, you'll find so much choice. There's different canopies to mount an Insta360 Go 1, Go 2 and even a Runcam thumb camera. There's lighter weight racer versions with beefed up motors, all different types of RC receiver including FreeSky, Crossfire and ELRS. And you can get packages which include transmitters and DVR monitors, all sorts to suit everyone. And I ordered this dead cat version with an ELRS receiver. So close up, you can see this is a flight controller board that's screwed to a carbon frame that's not much bigger than the PCB itself. The board is their F4 5-in-1 with ESCs and a 250 milliwatt VTX. And these motors are 080 2.4, 16,500 kV, fitted with 40mm gem fan 2-blade props. And the camera fitted in this TPU canopy is a Flywoo Nano with a 1/3 CMOS sensor and 1200 TV lines. And there's a simple monopole whip antenna mounted in the canopy here. Flywoo recommend 450 mAh 1S LiPos or HV LiPos like these. And there's a couple of different TPU straps to hold them in place, and there's lugs on either side of the frame here so that you can mount the battery this way or this way, which is very nice. And if these straps break, you could just use some elastic bands. They're made of TPU. And mine came with this GMB27 connector which fits the batteries that Flywoo sell, but they include one of these GMB27 PH2 adapters. It's slightly chunky, but it does work. You just plug that in there. I've seen some other versions of this that are factory fitted with PH2 connectors. And the ELRS receiver is simply wedged between the canopy and the frame. Now, this may all seem a bit crude, but with quads like this, every gram counts, so the simplest, lightest solution is exactly what's needed. And the all-up weight of this, let's have a look. So that is 23.5 grams, and with this 450 mAh battery, that's 35.5 grams. That's staggeringly light. And it comes with this very nice little case with some spare props and some hardware, so you can just plop this in here and just throw it in your flight bag. So let's have a look at how this is set up in Betaflight. Okay, that's talking, that's great. Okay, so ports, we have got UART1 for serial RX, which I presume is where the ELRS receiver is connected, and UART2 is being used for smart audio, VTX power and channel switching. All fairly normal. Configuration is props out. We've got D-Shot 300. What else we got down here? This is all fairly standard. The receiver is serial Crossfire, and yes, we're running Betaflight 4.2.8. apparent battery. Well, maybe that could be a little bit lower if I'm using HV LiPos, but this is all fairly standard. I've checked that the battery voltage here is exactly the same as I see on a multimeter. On any 1S quad, in fact any quad, but more importantly with a 1S quad, you really do need to check that, because those last few 0.1s of a volt do make a difference. Failsafe, set to drop, fantastic. And now PID tuning, let's see where we are. Wow. So, compared to the Betaflight defaults, these Ps are almost double. I think the defaults for these are around about 45, something like that. The eyes, they've been cranked up a little bit. I think the default's around 90. D-Max, this, incredible. That is about double what is the default is for Betaflight. And D-Min, again, about double the defaults, which are around 23, 25. And the feed forward has been cranked up a tiny little bit by the looks of it. Interesting. Okay, receiver, I haven't got anything connected at the moment. Modes is all fairly normal. You've got an arm, an angle, horizon, and air mode. Flip over after crash. And anything else, let's have a look. OSD. Okay, so we've got the craft name, cell voltage, current, timer, and that's the link quality. So, very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this flies with these PID settings, which are cranked up quite high. Now, it's quite hard to capture the noise this makes because it's just so quiet, but as you can hear, or just about hear, it is pretty quiet and sounds, well, just like a mosquito. Even the dog's not bothered by it, so you're not going to get any complaints from the neighbours or anybody in the park. flight times on this depend very much on the battery. And with these GNB 450 mAh 1S HV LiPos, I was easily getting 6 minutes with some aggressive flying. But if I use these 720 mAh HV LiPos, I could get around 10 minutes. And this is great fun to fly. The camera is about the same sort of quality as a CADX Ant, and range is fine for VTX and control. Although I did notice that the ELRS link quality kept dipping down to the mid-80s. No idea why yet. This is an awesome little quad, and you can fly outdoors with acro or indoors when the weather's bad. It's great fun. The only problem is finding it in the grass or undergrowth. It's pretty small. It really needs a buzzer or a tiny drone finder fitting. It's great. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found that helpful, why not buy me a coffee or maybe subscribe to support the channel. There's links in the description. And I'll see you next time.